we have France, Brits against China. So they agreed on that matchup in game one, because that's what you do in game one. You agree on a matchup. Oh, a bit sloppy macro by somp right now. So lots of people consider this matchup to be very Brit favored. It's definitely like almost common knowledge that this is Brit favored, but honestly, I feel like it's more or less a fair matchup. Kind of depends on the map, maybe. Maybe on this map it's good for Brits, although you don't have so many hunts. Oh, come on, this is so slow. This is like Sompu's screen speed, I think. Alright, I'm gonna need to... I don't even know how I changed that. Scroll speed. What's going on? Alright, good to go. So that's just a bug when you ops, you get the settings of the player who sent you the recorded games. I mean, the one who recorded the games. Anyway, we do see China going for a 80 wood treasure after Sompu got himself one. Lost a bit too much HP maybe, but he was able to get it and to build a third manor with a pretty good macro. I don't think he's gonna age up late at all, but he's gonna have an extra veil, so definitely nice for him. Going to ship 3 veils first card. While China decided not to go for a trading post, instead going for the double village opening, which kind of makes sense for 2 reasons. First, the villages are cheaper now on dispatch, so 180 wood. And the second reason is that this map has a lot of nice treasures. So maybe you don't want to waste too much time taking a trading post when you can instead use your monk to get, 80 wood, 75 food, another 75 wood here. Even 50 foot in base is quite nice. So maybe that's also why. That goat is fattening. He's gonna herd here. So just standard stuff so far. Hunts are honestly a little bit unfair. Quite unfair actually. That's the problem of DE. You can't just ops and tell them to like restart because the hunts are unfair, so it's just very unfortunate. If hunts are really too unfair, I'm fine with players like PMing me and asking if they can like honestly this is like China has got 1 hunt and Brits has got like basically 3, at least 2. And that's a bit unfortunate. Usually this map spawns fine now, but this is like not fine at all. Also, one more coin mine here, which China doesn't quite have. That's, well, I guess he's got that one, so never mind, but... Well, anyway, a bit unfortunate, yeah. Brits aging up with the 2 veals and 2 cows age up, or something like that, so pretty greedy. While China is just doing the standard Summer Palace age up, dropping it behind his base, which is a bit unusual. Like this would have been a perfect spot for the Wonder to just like nice building placement to block the entry to your base here. Would have been the perfect size as well, but decided to drop it behind, so maybe going to be very defensive, maybe even going to FI or something like that. But this Wonder is not so important, so I think it's fine to have it in front, and if you get pushed it goes down, it's better than losing your TC, right? But anyway. So China is chopping wood, but it's not going to be for a colonial play. He's going to go for a trading post, I think. So very standard stuff. Needs to stop chopping, but that's not a big deal. Yeah, so 2 veals, 2 cows. Sompu is aging. I mean, he's up, and China is gonna be up in a decent time too, a bit later than Brits, but that's just normal. 700 wood first. Must build on wood, only a few on food just to keep villager production, but it looks like Sampu is going to mana boom very heavily. I don't think he's gonna make units. Oh well, he's actually switching a few more bills to food, so he might go for units soon. Oh, he's gonna eat a cow already. Well, they're already almost half fattened, but you should have more than one bill on this because it's decaying quite quickly. And the less bills you set to a livestock, the more food is just wasted into thin air. So you kind of want to have like 3 or 4 bills in that. Still no military building. Here we see the expected 700 coin coming. The 400 food age up as well. Small wool. Probably just used the extra wood that he overchopped with that one bill and was like, yeah, okay, might as well build a wall here. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of this build order by Sampu because I feel like if you're going to boom that heavily, you might as well just go VC, right? Like you could go VC and just go max manors and do the same stuff. Or you could also go 3 bills plus VC with the trading post. And that would be just fine as well. And I think both of these builds are strictly better than what he's doing now because at the end of the day, he doesn't even have a very good eco, right? 30 bills is nice, of course, at 6 minutes. But with 3 bills VC, at this point, you can have almost, I think it's 45 bills you get at 6:15. So in 20 seconds, you could have like 10 more bills than this. And it would still age up at pretty much the same time. Anyway, he's adding a barracks, first military building. I don't expect he's gonna make units in H2, sorry. But he wants the barracks to be up so that when he starts aging, he can train units while he's aging up directly. So that's the Confucian Academy. That's the one the skirmisher basically almost always ages up with for some reason. I mean, it's good sometimes, but okay, he's gonna send a forward villager to build a village, so this makes sense. He's gonna be able to ship the skirms in that village. He might be shipping pikes as well in transition. Probably not. I guess he will not have a shipment for that. So probably just gonna rely on that Summer Palace batch and his monk and disciple as anti-cab early on and use the 8 skirms to start pressuring the British base directly. But there's just so many hunts in this base. It's obscene, dude. Like, how do you push this? He's got 1, 2, 3 hunts in base. It's ridiculous. When you can see how little food China has, it's really annoying me. I wish we could just tell people to rehouse when this stuff happens, but yeah, we can't. Anyway, China is up. Gonna get the 8 skirms here. Forward barracks as well. Brits will be at kind of soon, but still got a long way to go, like 1 minute before he can be up. Training musks, adding a foundry, so classic Sampu stuff going musk falconet. Nothing too fancy. Oh, these musks are not going to get picked off just yet. Explorer buying time, gonna get picked off. Foundry directly being spotted by China, and he's just going to apply pressure on these builds. So, you know, Brits is kind of in trouble right now. Oh, he's gonna miss the batch, but anyway, that musk is just bound to die. Like, died right now, I think. Kill it. Yeah. And I think he has the hand mortars in deck. Oh, he doesn't against Brits. I don't think you need iron troops plus Manchus. Like against Brits, you probably want only Manchus and then the hand mortars, but he doesn't have them. So how is he going to deal with the falconets? Maybe he can just like ship metal hammers next and surround everything and kill the falcons. But you know, having hand mortars in deck is just safe. Musk being picked off. Looking pretty good for China, not gonna lie. Barracks going to go down. Only a few longbows left. Well, he does have some musks, to be fair. that foundry is not going to be used because obviously if you pop falconets now, they're going to be straight into the units, which you do not want. But he's got falconets on the way. Looks like China kind of expects it, so he's pulling back a little bit. But you know, that's what I was saying. Like, Sompu went for no units in H2, but at the end of the day, he's got only 36 vills, which is not a bad eco, but it's really nothing special for Brits. You could have the same eco, but while having more units and stuff. Because like China is on 29 vills, but he's got 2 wonders and export. So honestly, China is kind of ahead in eco at this point. So that's not looking too good. Oh yeah, I think this is GG. I mean, well, you don't stop this gap. Almost. Come on, just go in. There's nothing to stop this gap. Like only H2 masks. Meteor is going to destroy these falconets instantly. Look at this. And I think this is game. Well, then again, Brits has Hunts for a long time, but he's just losing his entire army. Then he's got more H2 masks. He needed to upgrade these guys because they're just not too good right now. Going to get snared by the cav and picked off by the infantry. These trades are just so good for China. Especially considering, like I said, that Brits isn't exactly ahead in eco, so 10 skirms being shipped and still has another unit shipment behind if he wants, and the mercs as well. Well, I shouldn't call GG so quick, I guess, but you know, he just got smashed, right? And this score gap is really not good. Usually Brits should be quite ahead in score, and now you can see he's not even ahead. So, and then he's gonna get a crow. He's getting a batch, you know. He's gonna get a batch of redcoats soon. So this is the big timing that China always gets at like 12 minutes. They get a, well, not always, but when they go for the Skirm Wonder, they get a crow. Oh. They get a crow, a batch of redcoats, and a batch from the Summer Palace almost all at the same time. And usually you also get a batch of units out of your barracks and maybe a unit shipment. So this is the scary timing you get as China when you go for this wonder. And that's when Sompu is going to go out for hunts. Actually, he's finally sort of running out of food soon. Maybe now he still has coin. But yeah, this mass of units is just not very big. Yes. So yeah, redcoats coming out, a batch, a crow, and that's when you see how much stuff he's got. Like, despite having 10 less views, he's got 15 more pop. So he's just got much more army basically. And I think he's going to sack the village. No, don't do that. This is not a good poke. Don't poke against falconets. He should just sack the village. It's okay to lose it. And wait for the unit shipment and then just surround everything. He's gonna get the unit shipment and a batch at the same time and just smash this, I think. Going to buy time with his crow, just trying to snipe. No, don't go in like that. Okay, he's going to... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. He's just got so much more stuff. Another batch of cav. Meteor hammers connecting on the falconets, going down instantly. Everything dying. And now I am really calling the GG this time because there's no way Brits can come back from that. Like, you never kill this army, you know. You never kill it. And this is exactly when he's gonna be out of hunts. And yeah. Just what do you do now? Trying to train more falconets, but he doesn't have the units to cover them. Only 13 masks on the field. That's not a lot of units. Going forward now, going to just smash everything. I mean, China knows he's got an unkillable army right now. The vills are gonna die, the masks are gonna die, the falconet is gonna pop alone, nothing to protect it. More units coming. And Brits have a shipment, but what do you even ship now? I didn't see the 5 Haas. Well, I guess they were in that fight. Yeah, and the vills here are in great danger, and this is game over. I mean... Two falconets popping. Doesn't quite matter. Yeah, these bills are gonna die too. So China is gonna be ahead in eco. Shipping 1,000 coin. He could age from that, or he can just ship mercs, or just spam units. Doesn't matter. But Sompo is still trying to win this game. Maybe from his perspective, it doesn't seem as over as what I'm seeing, but you know, this is very dicey here. Also, China has the whole map basically. Got a village up here, a village down there. Gonna grab more hunts, so he's gonna spot all these villas. Yeah. Yeah, right. Sompu calling the GG, so Scare Me wins game 1. Just gonna call him Kawa because it's too long. Alright, so let's have a quick look at the post-game stats. So yeah, as you can see, you know, Brits just aging not especially early. I mean, 8 minutes and a few seconds is nice for Brits for sure, but as for a naked FF, it's nothing special. Like, he didn't make any units until he was already aging. Didn't have a great eco, like 35 bills is really nothing special. And meanwhile, China just does China stuff and gets 1 billion units, you know, so, and very strong units as well, like, look at that. So yeah, GG. Yeah, some people played it quite wrong. I mean, I don't think it's especially British favored. At least definitely not as much as people pretend it is. But regardless, yeah, Sompu's build. The problem was just the build order was really bad, if you ask me. Other than that, he did alright, but just his build order fucked him up. Like I said, he didn't age super early. He didn't have a big eco. He didn't have a lot of units. There was just no reason to do that build, basically. So anyway, game 2. Scare Me picking first. Picking Dutch on Bengal, the no TP map. Sompu counter picking with Russia, which is definitely not a bad idea. I wouldn't say that this matchup is super Russia favored, but it's definitely not bad for Russia either. It's probably a roughly a very fair matchup. I would say though that on a no-TP map like this and with livestock as well, it's not as good for Russia because obviously Dutch is going to get more livestock with the envoy. And also not having a TP line means that if Dutch goes for some kind of like super defensive play with CM and stuff, you can't punish it with a stagecoach. You don't necessarily have to punish it with a stagecoach to win, but it's a nice option that Russia does not have on this map. Then again, Sampo already picked Brits, so he can't pick Brits again against Dutch, so maybe that's also why he's going for Russia. And for those who wouldn't know, there was a point where Sampo was almost exclusively a Russia player, I think. Then he switched to maining India, but for a long time he was mostly a Russia player, so he's definitely experienced with Russia. Anyway, we do see Dutch already on 140 wood because he gathered his crate and got a 40 wood treasure, getting a nice 100 food. Trying to go for a 14 age up. So getting the 100 food now is going to help a lot. Probably going to eat a water buffalo soon. I think he's going to idle a little bit, but it might be worth it against Russia. I don't know. Feels like it's going to be a bit slow. He's going to get his bank delayed and stuff, but yeah, anyway. Russia, on the other hand, wait, oh, he's got the 5 pop space treasure, which is great. He did not need to Oh, why is this back to this slow scroll speed now? That's annoying. Anyway, he didn't need to build a house, so he was able to build a market and mine some coin apparently. Maybe he got a small coin treasure as well. Or he could have gotten that, would have helped. But yeah, because he didn't need a house, he was able to get a market. And now he's on 15 pop space. But he's gonna need to eat 2 buffaloes, I think, to age in time because of that hunting dogs. Yeah. And here, Dutch did not eat any buffalo apparently. But he's still aging. I guess he idled like 10 seconds. But yeah. Let's look at Russia. He's only gonna be on 600 food even though he's eating 2 yaks. But it's, well, 650 food. And still got a bit of yak. So it's gonna be a decent age up time and he's gonna have a market. So now he can just chop a bit of wood and drop a blockhouse and he's gonna be on 20 pop space without even having a house, which is nice. Dutch sitting on that 50 coin treasure, so he's backering for his first bank, very standard stuff. 50 coin gonna help him a lot to get his first bill in the colonial age. One bill going forward. One bill going to herd. So now he can stop chopping wood and build a blockhouse. But with only 1 bill, I mean, he's getting scouted and he doesn't know he's just yet. Well, now he does, but that's a 1 bill blockhouse, dude. Like, very forward as well, a really risky play. But I mean, you don't expect Dutch to be able to call Minutemen because he has to get the resources for a bank already. So yeah, Dutch up quite early. He does have a bank up. He does have a shipment on the way, 700 wood first. He's going to have almost the food he needs to build a second bank directly. So that's nice. Sampu just, yeah, so building that blockhouse with 1 bill. And shopping for a house. He might have not needed to shop for a house, honestly. He could just rely on that pop space and then use the 400 wood for a house. Because of that house, he's gonna just have less resources for units. So now he can queue a batch of bills and then ship 5 costs. Well, he can also queue a batch of mosques a little bit earlier, I guess, because of that house. But the follow-up is gonna be weaker, he's gonna have less resources after that. But yeah, 5 Cossacks, 5 Musketeers, standard Russian rush. Adding 2 houses. Might get steel traps. He could sell 100 food and get steel traps, but he might want to just get more units instead, which is also fine. Dutch is... He's got his second bank. He's gonna add a third bank, I think. A market. And probably going to go for colonial militia next after this card because he's not trying to make any kind of units. Oh, that was close. And in that case, if you're not making units against Russia as Dutch, you already kind of need colonial militia. That bill is gonna get pulled back. Bank Wagon gonna build the bank safely because it goes up so fast. Russia might be able to siege it down a little bit, but nothing too bad for Dutch. Russia getting steel traps now. 4 Cossacks follow up. I feel like if you see he doesn't have a military building now, you should really go Streedettes, and it's probably what Russia is gonna do now. I expect a batch of Streedettes now. He might even have wanted to go for 13 Streedettes plus a batch of 10 right now, instead of 4 Cossacks, because against TC Fire, Streedettes just do a better job than Cossacks. Skonia Militia is indeed coming in right now, as expected. So Dutch is on 4 banks, and he does have maybe a couple market upgrades, I'm not sure. And he's not quite gathering resources. he's got the wood for a last bank. He could buy 100 wood now, build a house, and then build his last bank once Konya Militia comes in. Oh, that envoy could have died, but it's not gonna die. So that house is trying to go up. I think it will go up, but he might lose one.
Hello.
No, okay, it will just go up. But yeah, I'm not sure some could identify the Konya militia. Because he's still keeping his Cossacks under TC fire, and CM does quite well against Cossacks and, well, against everything, but especially against this kind of unit. Because, like, Stridets die in one shot from CM, but it's not like it's inefficient. Stridets are so cheap, it's okay to lose them one by one. But Cossacks will die in like 3 shots, and that's kind of like really good for Dutch. Especially because it's not going to be able to replace these Cossacks very easily for the time being. Minutemen being called. Okay, so gonna snare with the Explorer and calling Minutemen. I'm not sure he needed Minutemen here, honestly. Like, I don't really know what they achieve. I guess Sompo is going to fight them, so that's really good for Dutch. I don't know. Like, Sompo could have just gone back here, right? That's really good for Dutch. So he's probably going to be able to buy 100 wood and get his last bank. Even going for the church card, so going for the full greedy play. That's kind of a weird decision by Sompo, just going all in like that against CM. I mean, what is he going to do with Cossacks under TC fire? He's just trying to idle Dutch as much as possible, but Dutch is doing a good job of gathering and also keeping his villagers safe. Really nice villager micro here. And meanwhile, the Cossacks are getting just molested by the TC fire, so... That one bill might die though, first bill of the game. I don't think he's lost any other bill. But it's gonna buy time. Oh, that's risky. Nice nice pull though, but this bill is dead. There's no way it doesn't die. But Church Guard was maybe a little bit greedy. Because it's doing absolutely nothing right now. I think he could have gone for 3 horse maybe or something like that. Or 700 food. Imagine 700 food instead of the Church Guard, and he would maybe be able to wage if he can gather the crates. That would be huge. But now he's just doing nothing. He's got the Church Guard and just getting idled, and that house will probably go down eventually to these 7 siege units. Threats actually have a quite good siege for their cost. But yeah, really questionable Church Guard. Again, 3 House or 700 food would have been miles better. Like, 3 House could kill everything here. And 700 food on the other hand would allow him to wage, so either of these cards would have been great. Boyas should probably come in, actually going for 700 coins, so maybe Russia gonna age up himself. But Boyas would have been nice with all these threats. Then again, I guess Boyas doesn't change so much stuff against TC Fire, it doesn't really change anything. Big CM pop being called. I guess he needed that because, yeah, he did not ship 700 food a horse, so he had to call the big militia batch. And now shipping 700 food, so as you can see, it doesn't make so much sense. It's still on 4 banks, so his eco is not that great. Russia is on like 35 bills with the wood trickle and the market upgrades because he's got like steel traps. While Dutch probably doesn't have steel traps and he's on only 4 banks, so that's like he's on like 40 bills and Russia is on like 35, so it's not a huge difference. And also not able to train more bills, now gonna build a house. I mean another house, I guess. Could take this treasure. Just cancel the food at this point, yeah. Just buy a couple hundreds, maybe. Buying food isn't ideal, but obviously when you reach this point, you know, you should just repair your TC and buy like 1 or 200 food and age. Sompu not aging, he just shipped 700 coin, but okay, maybe he will age now actually. So killing 2 views, Minuteman going to die as well. Oh, but he did get the church up here, so if he will be able to get stray gods directly, I think. And these Tridets will just die. Sompu now gonna age. Honestly, this looks just really Russia favored at the moment. Like, Russia should totally win from here, but I feel like he might get caught off guard by the Stradiots. And that would be a game changer, because Stradiots are cheap, but if 30 Stradiots die for free, it's not great. And then he could get raided here, maybe. He can't even queue a Vil. And just call the Stradiots. Now he's gonna keep popping his Vils out to buy time, but... Oh, wow. Sompu is pulling back at the perfect time because he's aging and Dutch aged up. So he's like, okay, let's get the fuck out of here. But, too late, maybe? Yeah, he's actually going back. So yeah, now that's when you get cleaned up. He's going to escape like 6 Vils, but... thanks a lot for gifting a sub. Alright, all the straight that's going down. Nine Ritters shipment as well, and now, you know, Dutch is just stacking so many shipments. And I think now you go for 1000 with this Dutch. Yeah. He could have even gone for it now instead of 9 Ritters, but 9 Ritters is also a good card here. Because he's going to be able to run around with all his units, and it's going to be a pain in the ass for Russia to catch it. But with 1000 wood, he can just get the last bank and a barracks and a stable, or maybe an artillery foundry instead. Oh, that Vil is not going to die, apparently. Oh, wow. Yeah, he scouted these dead animals, so he knows there's Vils here. And Sampo reacting in time and just pulling back, but I think he should have split, maybe. I'm afraid he just gets caught here. Maybe not. Going in this direction is kind of smart, because you would expect Russia to go back to his base. So yeah, not going to lose the Vils, but also not really able to gather so much food. Manchu's first shipment, interesting. Straight that's coming into idle even more. Wow. Yeah, he's gonna try to siege it down, because that's kind of like a lot of units. But Manchus are going to be great here. Come on, shoot, 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 shoot. Oh, and Dutch was fighting it and then he just gave up. But yeah, it's you can't kill these Manchus right now. But yeah, didn't lose any stray god, but lots of them are low HP now, so that was a decent pop for Russia here. And again, it really feels like it's pretty Russia favored. I mean, he's still got map control. He's got 41 Vils plus the Butrika. Okay, it's gonna be 44. Let's say 46 Vils or 47. While Dutch has 26 and only 4 banks. So Russia is now easily ahead in eco. So it's looking quite good for Russia at this point. Okay, Foundry going down. So he's got the macro for it, so it's gonna be quite nice. And thing is, yeah, I expect Falconet soon from Russia, probably next card. And if he goes Falconets while Dutch is making more Falconets, then it's gonna be quite bad for him.
Готово.
Готов. Что?
So Russia is gonna go in again. He's got the big mass of streetlets, which is definitely quite nice, but 4 falconets pop. Damn. Oh, shoot. Yes, I want to see that. Yes, why? Where is Russia going? No, don't fight this. What's going on? Oh my god. What? What is going on? I am so confused. All streetlets deleting themselves on the falconets. Manchu's focusing Veils instead of Falks as well. But somehow Falk's not quite shooting constantly, and yeah, but this is still pretty good for Dutch, right? I mean, this was a massive deletion by Russia. He needs to pull back. Oh, gonna get snared as well. Gonna lose another Manchu maybe. Almost. Yeah, it's gonna go down. And Dutch has another shipment now. He did lose a few bills in this fight, like 3 or 4 bills, but it's really not a big deal. And now you see Russia is back in score. Is behind in score, I mean, again. And Dutch now going for the Swiss spikes. So he's gonna have really a lot of stuff. Russia is gonna need cavalchers probably, because like you can't just keep making only streetlets. Because there might be more falks, there might be some cav. So I think Russia is gonna have to add a stable, because I don't think he has a stable just yet. It seems like it's gonna be very hard for Russia to remass from this. 6 Cossacks coming in, but yeah, I mean, 6 unupgraded Cossacks, not gonna do too much. Only 1 Manchu left. Oh, this was really looking so good for Russia. He didn't even need to push like that. He had the whole map, more eco. He could just ship like all the stuff, you know, boyars, like the 3 insane cards. Like these 3 cards are great, and get super strong units. But he decided to push in and delete his entire army to falconets and bills, basically. And now, oh, this Workhouse is maybe. Oh, this could be a good pop, actually. Yeah, nice pop. This is actually great for Russia now. Swiss spikes are back there, not really helping. So that was a nice pop. So far, Russia lost like 1 Cossack and killed maybe 7 Raiders or something. And now, spikes are just not ideal against streetlets. Although I guess, yeah, he's gonna go in cover mode, so it's gonna be alright. Yeah, and now Russia kind of deleting his Cossacks here. But at least he pushed Dutch back. He kept some map control. Still 2 blockhouses here. I might want more of them here actually than here, because there's no resources there. While here he's got all his wheels on hunts and there's coin mines and stuff. Or at least here, you know. But yeah, now Russia is getting falconets himself and more streetlets. And I think he's gonna go for streetlet combat maybe, because he's got so many of them. But he's going to need anti-cav at some point. Oh, upraise. I don't really like that. I mean, I don't think he can raid so much. All the wheels are safely in the Dutch base. So, you know, streetlet combat would have been great on 40 streetlets here. Bit disappointed shipment, in my opinion. He's gonna get 3 falks against 2, so that's gonna be nice for Russia. Oh, that's annoying, but it's not really gonna kill so many bills. Oh, what's going on? Just shoot at the units. He tried to snipe the falconets, but he should have just shot at the units to get a nice volley. Alright, oh, that is a big one. Oh, not looking too good for Dutch. He's gonna have to pull back. Oh, this is close. Dutch still on only 4 banks. He could be on 7 with the church card, or at least let's say 5 if he doesn't want to slow down his entire army. But either way, you know, yeah, it's not ideal, or really not the greatest eco. Stable being denied, more streetlets, but you know, I'm already afraid for somp right now. He has a lot of faith in streetlets. He always said that, you know, that if you get enough of them, you can kill Cav, but realistically, having a few Cavachas wouldn't hurt, right? Because he's got already 50 and he's gonna get 60 of them, and yeah, finally gonna drop a stable and probably gonna go Cavachas. But I'm afraid Dutch... Okay, he's not making Cav actually, just Culverins and Fogs. I mean, he's got 2 Fogs and adding Culverins. So... oof. He's gonna win the artillery war quite easily. Uprise coming forward. I'm gonna find 4 wheels maybe. Now... he's gonna lose a second Falconet. And there's a batch of Huss as well. He's killing 4 wheels though, but yeah. Basically all the Falks are gonna die here. He's gonna trade that Falk for maybe 1 or 2 Hussars, but yeah, definitely a good trade for Dutch. Then again, like I said, Russia is so far ahead in eco. He's got 61 bills. All he really needs is upgrades. Stop, just stop. You know, you don't need Falconets, right? You need Culverins to kill this, but why do you need Falks? To kill the skirms? I mean, you have a billion streetlets. Just send upgrades. He could have sent already streetlet combat plus boyars and get unkillable streetlets with just like 10 Cavachas behind and a few Culverins for the Falks and GG. But instead he's going for 2 Falk shipment, which is just like he doesn't need it. Oh, going no, kill the wheels. That's a misclick. One Swiss spike could probably kill 3 of the upgrades. Culverin's gonna pop. He's gonna see the Culverins now. Come on. Oh no, the blanks. Jesus Christ. That's annoying. Hiding the upgrades for another raid soon. Oh, that's quite a lot of vills about to die here, and more there. No one's reacting. Sampu lost his Culverin, so now he's gonna lose the artillery war. Maybe he can get his Falconets forward to just snipe this, but yeah, oof. Big shot. Yeah, oh my god, that is terrible for Russia. He's really going to throw the game here, maybe. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at this. He's lost his entire army for almost nothing. And also getting raided so much at the same time. So now he's down to 55 vills. He was at like 65. And Dutch still has that pretty bad eco. He's not really getting more eco over time. He shipped 8 hulks, which is interesting. I mean, they've been buffed. They're probably... It's probably not a bad shipment now. And a last vill gonna die there. But yeah, now, regardless of the eco, Russia is out of hunts, so he's building a mill, switching to berries, not ideal. And these vills are just in great danger here. Oh man, really, if only Russia shipped 1 or 2 upgrades, like finally going for boyars, but it's so late. If only he did that and just microed his Culverins, he would have won this like pretty hard. Wow, I think there's skirm somewhere. Yeah, they're here, okay. Alright, so we're gonna have a fight maybe. But Russia can't kill this skirm mass, there's no way, right? His Cossacks are not even upgraded. Now he's getting veterancy, but he's got only 7 of them. And I think from here, Russia has a very hard time winning because killing this, like remassing enough to kill this skirm mass is going to be very hard. Dutch is probably going to get skirm combat next. I'm going to delete his culverins as well, very unfortunate. And yeah, how do you remass when you don't have resources? Smart hustle there from Dutch trying to deny this punt. 17 views on this food. Out of coin as well. I mean, he's got views out there to try and gather coin, but losing a stable. It's looking so dicey for Russia, man. He was so far ahead and he just threw the game so hard. Gonna lose a few more wheels here. Karsak's gonna pop on the wrong side. No. Okay, he's gonna pull them back. Gonna wait maybe for 10 more straight heads, but yeah, so scum combat coming in on 37 scums is gonna be really strong. These scums alone kind of kill everything here, not gonna lie. Oh, Karsak's getting caught as well. Dutch doesn't have calf combat, so Karsak's not gonna trade too bad, as they have boyars and veterancy. But still gonna get killed. Upraised? I don't know if it's the right time to build upraised. Well, it's gonna go down anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, this is a this was an interesting game. I mean, very back and forth, you know. At start, it was looking like Dutch was just ahead, just, you know, not losing any veal. Russia going kind of all in, and Dutch just being able to wage, cleaning up with trade yachts. But then again, in fact, Russia just had more eco. Dutch never really able to boom. So Russia seemed like he was ahead, and then suddenly he just deleted units and got raided at the same time, and he just fell apart, you know. It's very easy to fall apart when you're over the map like that, you know. There's units everywhere, veils everywhere, you just lose stuff. Meanwhile, Dutch is, you know, gathering at 25 minutes still on his half of the map, not so far from his base, so it's much easier for him to not make a big mistake, basically. And now I don't want to say the game is over, but at least it's looking very very tough for Russia. He doesn't have map control, he's losing bills constantly. Added a second TC in base, but Dutch can just make more falconets. And if Dutch makes more falconets, Russia just doesn't have a way to... he can't make falconets himself or culverins because he doesn't have coin. So it's kind of an easy win for Dutch to just make more artillery here and siege down the whole base. But he's not. I mean, he's got 2 of them, so it's already a good start. Still on... Oh, okay, finally dropping the 5th bank at 25 minutes, damn. Yeah, you should go calf combat here. Cossacks going for a raid. Might find quite a few veals here. But there's gonna be something popping rather soon. He could just bring the 2 hubs, they're probably gonna do a decent job. At least to buy time. Yeah, so the hub's gonna come his way. In Russia, just, you know... Oh, well, that's a nice raid. It's unfortunate the Cossacks came before the Upris. Upris could have done so much more than Cossacks here. But yeah, 15 bills in here, and most importantly, all the houses, and a mill, and 2 TCs, so... It's gonna hurt to lose this, and there's no way Russia doesn't lose this, right? I mean, this TC, it's gonna go down. He's counter pushing here, which is kind of smart. Nice reinforcement from him. Some people bringing 9 upgrades, a few Kavachas, and a lot of streetlets actually. Why when I double click streetlets it selects every streetlet on the map? That's weird, right? So buggy as usual. Anyway, Bill's going down. All buildings gonna go down. Russia gonna be housed so bad. It's gonna have to rebuild a lot of houses. And thing is, most of the villas are not in the base for Dutch. He's just got a few, well, 14 here. But he could lose all his banks, to be fair. But like the thing is that this army is just really hard to kill for Russia. Even if he can get the TC down and do a lot of damage, he's still gonna need to kill this army. And there's like that's just so much cav, so much everything here. And Dutch can just buy food and finish his batch of cav, maybe. Nope. Would have been nice to pop a full batch here just to buy time and force the anti-cav to come back. Explorer being brought back. And yeah, Russia rebuilt houses, but he didn't have reinforcement for a while. He's not making bills. He doesn't have TC. And there's just so many Hus, and I don't know that he might not even need these units. Like just the Hus are kind of enough. And that one Hus also doing so much damage. Good job of Dutch just raiding overall the whole game. So yeah, GG. Very close game actually, very back and forth. And that makes it 2-0 for Skirmisher. So Sampo has to wake up. So that was when... Yeah, so Russia deleted his army twice, basically. Here he popped the Manchus and he was fine. And then, I don't remember exactly what happened there. But he deleted all his streetlets apparently, and maybe most of the Manchus. Oh, that wasn't the Falconets, yeah. He deleted the first time his army fighting Falconets in the Dutch base. Like, look at this trade, it's really just terrible. And he killed like 5 vills, but it doesn't matter so much. And then a second time, that was the fight where he lost all his streetlets to Swiss Spikes and Falks and Coverins and Skirms. And then he could not beat this army, basically. This was impossible to beat. And that's the problem. I mean, I think Sampu played well overall. Like, he outscaled Dutch so hard. He pressured him so much in H2. He followed up to H3. He got Manchus. He was just in a fine spot. But he just deleted his units twice. That's why he lost, really. It all comes down to that. Because if you look at the resources, usually you wouldn't see Russia outbooming Dutch so much. But, you know, he was quite ahead. Look at the vills. Really didn't need much more to win. 64 vills, he could have added a second TC on the map to have safe locations together or more blockhouses on the map, and just don't delete your army. Because when you delete your army and then your vills are all over the map, you also lose your vills. And yeah, so that's what happened. He lost his vills and he lost his units at the same time. And GG. Well played by Dutch. Yes, game 3. So yeah, 2-0 for Skirmy. I'm gonna need the second here. Okay. Alright. I need to fix this bug every time, it's annoying. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so game 3. Now Somp had to pick first. And he picked Otto, which is kind of a peculiar first pick, honestly, especially on this map. I mean, this map is not that good for Otto because there's a lot of good treasures on this map, but as Otto, your age 1 is so weak. And also, I would have expected him to maybe go India because, well, that's his main civ, right? Anyway, Kawapasaka, whatever, decided to counterpick Otto with India. Finding 75 food straight off the bat. Also gonna find some livestock, which is quite nice for him. Sampu crack shooting one of the wolves of the 90 food. Building his TP, building a mosque, and chopping for a house. So quite the greedy start. Gonna delay his age up, but he's gonna have more XP as a result. India just doing India stuff, chopping wood for bills, couple bills on food. Oh no. India gonna find the treasure and stealing the sheep and gonna force Otto to stop fighting this, I guess. Or maybe he can kill one of them and... Did he just not see him? That's painful to watch. Just the wolves bugging back. Okay, now he's gonna have a crack shot, so he's gonna try to just force the treasure, you know? And looks like Skirmy actually not reacting quickly enough, so he's gonna go for that treasure, which is nice, but he wasn't able to steal this one. And maybe now Sompu is gonna steal that one, but I think it's gonna be slightly too late. Just a little bit too late. You know, one second late. Well, he could have actually. Oh, maybe he is? No. Okay, India getting his wood. That's a nice big treasure here. If Sompu finds it, he can just... Like, he's gonna see the native post and the treasure. Maybe he can just crack shot. Oh, no, he doesn't see it. Wow. Barely out of line of sight. Look at that. Sompu aging a bit late because of the mosque. So he's gonna hit up a little bit before 4 minutes. Maybe at 350. Maybe he ate a sheep. I didn't quite check. And India going for Nagra 14 base, which is really standard against Otto. One monk getting snared, but he's probably going to be able to pull away from it with his second monk. Alright, so... Well, just not so much else to say, but this... India did get 5 sheep, so he's gonna get extra XP from this, quite nice. Not trying to take a TP though, he's instead going for market upgrades. On the one hand, he doesn't really need a TP because he's getting experience from the sheep, but on the other hand, stealing a TP from Otto is always nice. So Sampu is now up. He just went for 3 bills, no Silk Road. And now he's gonna FF. So he's gonna drop a second. Oh nice, he's gonna get a nice XP treasure here. I'm gonna drop a second TP, probably gonna ship 700 wood now, so just standard FF here. Nothing too fancy. He did age up with 400 wood though, so it's gonna be a slightly less aggressive FF, just aging a little bit later because he didn't get the coin and not having a forward tower. But the nice thing about 400 wood is that India is scouting 400 wood and then he doesn't know if it's an FF or colonial play. He's gonna see 700 coins, so that means it's probably an FF, but you have several builds in H2 which involve 700 coin first as well, so India cannot be sure that this is an FF right now. He saw only one house though, and that usually means it's an FF. I think a nice mind game would have been for Sampu to just use the 200 remaining wood after building his TP to build a forward barracks here. And so when India would see the forward barracks, it would be like, oh, okay, he's playing H2, and then in fact, you could just go FF. Yeah, Otto, so gonna age not the quickest FF, but decent time still. India making a few sepoys, so he's gonna be able to get this TP down. Maybe Otto could have just built his second TP here, would have been a bit safer. And I think he's quickly gonna realize that, yeah, barracks going drop only now, so this is indeed an FF. So if I'm India right now, I'm like, okay, he's definitely FFing. I'm just gonna age up myself and not make more units, you know. Just 5 sepoys is enough to take the TP down. And he's shipped the wood trickle first, which is quite greedy, but he's gonna get away with it for the time being. And I think next it's gonna just be 700 coin probably. Let's see, he's gonna get his shipment right now. Yeah, 700 coin instantly. So not the greediest India build. Definitely cutting some eco, not getting export for the villagers or something like that. But against Otto, it makes a lot of sense. And 700 coin, you know, that's a buffed India shipment. They used to have only 600, but it does help you for this kind of build where you just want to some IFF or stuff like that. Getting better crates is nice. He's gonna get quite a bit of XP from taking the TP down as well. And from killing the 2 bears, that's gonna be like 50 XP. So maybe he could get away with shipping 700 wood as well behind. Like, look at that XP. And Sampu barely gonna miss the pass, actually. He's not gonna get it. 80 XP. And I really wonder if he's gonna ship 700 wood, or if he's just gonna keep the shipment for H3. I guess he's gonna keep the shipment because he's gonna set 8 bills, which is the maximum you can do on that wonder to age up as soon as possible. So if he ships something next, he will not have a shipment. Otto has aged. He's got the 4 hus from the age up, and about 10 Jans. Alright, sorry about that. So, Otto getting 2 falconets now. First shipment. So, gonna try to push directly. But India is gonna be up by that time, and he's just gonna get siege elephants, right? And if you get siege elephants and a few Gorkhas, you're probably just okay to defend this. This is why usually Otto would go for a tower FF, with the tower up there, and just like push. He would be already pushing like 30 seconds earlier or something, and he would probably get the aggro down if he just went for a tower FF. But now it just looks like Otto is gonna get... it's gonna be tough. I think this will never go down before the elephants can pop, and when they pop, he's gonna kill the falconets. And with the falconets being down, there's just not so much left for Otto to do. But India needs to spend his resources now. He's not making bills, he's not making units. Just make Gorkhas or something. I'm not sure why he's stacking all these resources right now. Meanwhile, Otto is just making Jans. Siege elephants popping. Oh, that's Howdaz. Wait, what? Okay, interesting. I guess Howdaz kind of makes sense because they outrange everything here almost. But I don't know, they were not quite able to kill the Falconet, so I'm not sure. But Howdaz really great against this unit composition from Otto. Oh, Falconet getting picked up by the elephant. To Howdaz gonna get in position to try and snipe the Falconet. Hassa's gonna get in melee and do some nice damage, but the Falk is going to go down. So that's still 20 Jans. Oh, Howdaz need to escape. If he can keep them alive, even if they have super low HP, they can still outrange the Jans. Because they have 6 in range to 12, so you know. This is looking quite tough for India, but at the same time, he did shut down the Falconet push, so that's nice for him. But Otto is on 25 vills. Oh, he shipped 5 vills, I missed that. So Otto has quite a nice follow-up. That's also maybe why his push was a little bit weak. Otto didn't have 8 Jans when he pushed his Falks. Probably because he shipped 5 vills while aging, so you know, maybe he slowed him down a little bit, but still has a nice follow-up now. India is on 29 vills plus the wood trickle, so he's like 10 vills ahead compared to Otto, but Otto has a TP and he's Otto, so of course he's got worse eco than India, but not too much worse. And that's a bunch of Jans. Oh, India needs to hit and run. Alright, he's gonna pull back. No, that's... Okay, Otto's gonna pull back. 5 Haas coming in, but I don't know. 3 Howdaz probably one-shoot a Haas, so... Otto is gonna be able... Oh, they don't quite one-shoot actually, looks like. Oh, 1 Howdaz going down. Oh, all the skills getting caught. That's not very good. All the Jans getting on top of the Gorkhas. So he can even pull back his Haas at this point. I would have like just pulled them back and kept them alive because all the Jans could kill these. Oh, Howdaz is taking a lot of damage. These units are extremely expensive, 600 resources each. 2 Vils going down. Last Gorkha going down, more Vils gonna die. Oh, this is really good for Otto. Oh, Consulate trying to go up. And Howdaz do a great job at hit and running, but they're not like killing Jans very fast. Jans are very tanky, so it's like you need to keep hit and running constantly. Meanwhile, you're getting pushed and you're losing Vils and getting idle. Look at these 20 idle Vils. So even if Howdaz can hit and run forever, they're just not very good at like shutting down the push directly, you know. So it's still troublesome for India, but Sipa is gonna pop. Oh, and that's probably a cleanup, or potentially a cleanup for India. Otto sniping 1, maybe 2, 3 Vils now and gonna escape. No, okay, he's gonna just run away. But the Howdaz can just chase him, and despite killing that many Vils, Otto is still behind in eco, right? So, but he does have a second TC, so he's got the follow-up. He shipped 1k wood. No, he did not ship 1k wood, so I don't know how he got the TC, but yeah. And now Otto really needs A-bus, but he's adding a second barracks, which I don't quite understand. I mean, you're not gonna deal with Howdaz if you have more Jans. You need A-bus guns. Especially if you're gonna ship 1000 coin, you really need to use it for A-bus. I think he wants to just get Mams next, but Mams against Howdaz not gonna do too well. And yeah, India just looks to be a little bit ahead now. I mean, Otto will outboom eventually, but it's gonna take quite a long time. And he doesn't quite have a way to deal with this Howdaz just yet. And now, yeah, India gonna catch 3 Vils. So that's 3 dead bills. And that TC is just so... Oh, right. Need to set a ready point. Come on. Come on, girls. Stop chatting. Do something. Alright. There they go. But yeah, that TC is so exposed. It's nice to have a TC out on the map if you can actually defend it. Otto should really bring his Jans back to this location as soon as he sees the push, because if he comes back from here, from this angle, and pops Mams plus Minutemen from that TC, he has a shot at cleaning up, right? So he just needs to bring all the Jans. He's gonna kill one Vil, but you know, he needs to go back there. I think it's gonna be too late though, I mean... Oh, Yurumi's popping, damn! Losing quite a few Jans. Killing one Vil, but again, still gonna be behind Iniko no matter what. Because it's India against Otto. And now this is looking really tough to deal with. I mean, this army is like pure anti-cap, so the Mams are not gonna do too well. And then there's got Yurumis to deal with the Jans as well, so... Rape TC. So 4 more Vils going to die. Maybe not all of them. India's still not really making Vils though. A bit of a sloppy macro as well. Otto is of course always making Vils. Foundry finally being dropped, but he doesn't quite have the resources for it. He already used his coin on the Mams, but it could have been for Abu's Guns instead. But anyway, it's very hard for Otto to come back from this. Yurumi is getting caught, but the Hodas are gonna come as well, and that's when Otto can't really keep fighting this. Yeah, India just gonna jam all his anti-cap on the Mams. Couple Yurumis still alive, but not quite targeting the proper unit. But the Hodas alone, like, are gonna do a great job. I mean, how do you kill these? You just don't kill these, right? He's even getting elephant combat now, so they're gonna be even stronger, and more of them joining. Like, maybe not more, but 6 Hodas. So we've got the infantry tanking and the Hodas just dealing so much damage behind. Still sort of a close fight, but at any time India can just back up and hit and run, so it doesn't matter. And that's what's gonna happen now. He's gonna keep chasing the Jans. Trying to get the snare to buy time, but getting sniped. Three more Hodas with elephant combat on them, and now if you look at the score, you don't really know how Otto is gonna deal with this. Nice pop, but he can just escape, you know? He's maybe gonna lose one Hoda. Oh, what's going on? But yeah, that's just not enough units. 16 Jans against, like, there's almost as many Hodas as Jans. Just, well, there's twice as many Jans, but... Oh, by the way, he never used ceasefire. Interesting. I guess he didn't need it, but he could have used it when his aggro was gonna go down just to buy time. Can't be bad, right? I don't think I recall him using it at all. So he could have aged up with maybe another Wonder instead. Like the Mahout Wonder. One Mahout to tank would have been quite nice actually, instead of 800 coin. Anyway, yeah, I don't know how Otto kills this mass. This actually affects the monks as well, right?
तैयार शरीर मार सकता है शरीर
Oh,
मार
they're
सकता
actually
है
not elephants,
परमात्मा
I
अमर
think.
है
Or maybe they are. Yeah, it's just not written, but I think they get affected by the upgrade as well. To my house. Yeah, just how do you deal with this? India could go industrial now. Oh, I'm gonna get killed, but so Sampu is trying to play the Sampu style, building more TCs, running Jans on the map, but you're not winning this game against India as auto, right? I mean, India has more mobility now, and he's got more eco. So trying to buy time by running around is bound to get you lose your you're gonna lose your units, and India is anyway gonna keep outbooming you most likely, because he can just add a TC soon. Like now he could drop a TC like here or something. Bringing back all the Howdas for the Jans, maybe a bit of an overreaction. He could have just kept hit and running and it would be fine. Otto still doesn't have Jan combat, I think. Considering he's training only Jans, it's a bit of a problem for him. But he's gonna get a decent trade here, killing two of the Howdas. But yeah, gonna get cleaned up after that. Frigate being shipped, so he's probably gonna dock and try to water boom as well. Really trying everything he can to get back in this game. But India is still so far ahead, despite losing builds the whole game pretty much. He's still like 15 builds ahead if you take into account the two with triples actually. He's easily 15 builds ahead. More like 20 builds ahead actually. India shipping a frigate as well. Boss players fighting for the water even though no one is actually using the water, but yeah. I guess they're just kind of out of shipments. Well, he could ship like... Honestly, why did India not ship siege elephants? You ship siege elephants and you just nuke all the buildings, right? That's a lot of vills going down, damn. Auto back to 25 vills, damn. 26.
selam tamam olur
Frigate going for a raid. But, oh no, he just used his special ability on vills. So he killed 3 vills, but now he's gonna lose the water fight.
evet
More Jans being picked off. That frigate pretty low HP. Trying to raid, but... Oh, India added a TC here as well. And he's got red coats there. Yeah, GG. Well played by Skirmy. I mean, he's going to win this series 3-0 against Sampu, who's by no means a bad player. So nicely done by him. Interesting match, I think. Game 2 was really good, I think. The China Brit was kind of one-sided. The game 2 was really close. And this game was kind of Indian favored after like 10 minutes or something. So not so close. But yeah, good games. And yeah, as you can see, just not good trades for like Otto was fine until India popped Sea Poison, cleaned him up, and then he never was able to remass enough units to keep up with India. So he already needed to get the fuck out of the India base before this pop. I mean, before this pop. Because, like, other than that, he did kill, like, a lot of girls, right? He was fine there. Then again, I don't know if it's worth shipping 5 girls if you're then not gonna be able to train girls. Maybe a bit questionable. So Otto was not even so far behind in eco for a while because of the amount of pressure he had, and he just fell apart later, unfortunately for him. GG.